Hello, everyone. So, I'm pretty excited to be getting to some videos during this week that you guys are watching this one on that are a bit different, I guess you could say. Um, but also that could cause, as I said in another video that I just filmed, commotion in the comments, which hopefully we all can keep it respectful. But honestly, I saw some of these videos on my recommended for the past few weeks, months, and I've been putting them on like a playlist that I have for reactions for the channel, and I've just been seeing them sitting there because I've honestly also been kind of scared to even like react to these videos. But I find that these videos are actually quite interesting because, first of all, a lot of times they create good conversation, which I feel like is very important. And so I saw a video, I think it was a few weeks ago because it is a month old. It was a few weeks ago, basically, of by the channel Miss K Drama, and it's the video that is called 6 BL drama actors who hate each other in real life. And basically, I honestly was gonna watch this on my own, but then I saw the caption of that video, which says, "The BL community isn't exactly all rainbows and sunshine. While the actors might play each other's lovers on screen, it turns out quite a few of them have serious beef in real life. Stay tuned to learn more about BL drama actors who hate each other in real life." And basically that's it. And honestly, the thumbnail definitely helped in piquing my interest because I have been hearing about this like whisper of the fact that these two are not necessarily on good terms, I guess you could say, after the show ended, which is bad buddies. And I did also see that they are clearly not continuing as a couple, I guess you could say, as a ship. I don't know how you want to like say it, but they're not continuing as partners in any new show coming in next year, which, given the amount of success that their first show had, is definitely not something that I expected. And then I started seeing that a lot of people were saying that they haven't really been speaking and that they're not really good friends anymore. At least that's what people are speculating, again, because this is a lot of speculation, which is also why I find it quite interesting to do this video, because I would like to see what I guess this person probably thinks it is, and it's probably going to be what the majority of people think it is. And I would love to see what you guys also think, because a lot of times this is misinformation or could be misinformation. So I would like to know and also get to know more about this. The videos for this week are going to be pretty much like this. They're going to be on topics such as these, and I would be interested to check it out. Also, of course, there's going to be Only Friends in the Eclipse. So yeah, I'm excited, and I'm gonna go ahead and check it out. The link for the original video, as per usual, will be in the description, so you guys can go ahead and check it out. And I guess that's basically it, so let's go ahead and just check out the video.
The BL community isn't exactly all rainbows and sunshine.
Oh
While
god.
the actors might play each other's lovers
Okay,
on
so
screen,
literally what I just read
of them have
is
serious beef
what they're
in
saying.
real life. When you think of BL actors that aren't very fond of each other, Mike Chinnerat and Top Tap Jirakit are probably the first two actors that
No,
come to mind.
I don't know anything about these,
Together, but
like,
they really rose in
beefs,
popularity
so
after
to say.
playing supporting roles in the drama together. It's said that they were friendly with each other when they were filming the drama, but things took a turn for the worse shortly after the drama stopped airing. After they wrapped up filming, the cast held a few fan meets to interact more with their audience. Some fans pointed out that Mike and Top Tap seemed pretty distant at this event, and that they had a slightly cold attitude towards each other in general. This wasn't the biggest issue though, because we all have bad days sometimes. What really shocked fans was when Mike and Top Tap had a public falling out. The public feud in question had everything to do with the fact that they unfollowed each other on social media. This happened sometime after they appeared in Tonhan Chanlati together, so fans were confused. Unfollowing your co-star is a pretty big deal, since it kinda indicates you have some kind of beef with them. To make some sense of it all, viewers came up with theories, but of course those have to be taken with a grain of salt. It's said that right before Mike and Top Tap unfollowed each other, they attended a certain TikTok event together. Some people speculated that they could have had some sort of fight there, but that seemed very unlikely. The most popular theory is that Mike allegedly got into a relationship and him having a girlfriend put a strain on his friendship with Top Tap. It's been rumored for a while now that Mike is seeing Thai actress Gaji. Although they haven't confirmed anything, their fans believe there's really something there. So when Mike unfollowed Top Tap, they assumed Gaji had
I don't
something to
think
do
that
with
that
this.
would probably
Perhaps
be a
Top
reason.
Tap didn't like her, or they had a difference of opinion which resulted in Mike unfollowing him. Others argued that she might have been jealous of people shipping them together, so she asked Mike to unfollow him to put an end to the ship. No one knows what actually happened between them though. When Mike shared the trailer for their series Mama Go-Go, he tagged the entire cast except for Top Tap. This stirred up even more drama as fans were convinced that Mike blocked him, since you can't tag people you have blocked. During one of his Twitch streams, Top Tap finally spoke up about the issue, but it didn't give fans any closure. He explained that he didn't want to blame anyone for what happened between them because he didn't want the issue to get bigger than it already was. He shared that even if Mike ever decides to speak up about it, he'll choose to stay silent because in his opinion that's the best way to handle the situation. He told fans that he'd love to answer their questions, but he explained that a difficult situation like this doesn't really have a solid answer. He then urged them to refrain from asking more questions about the situation. Judging from this, it seems like they really did have a big issue, but luckily they were professional enough to ignore it whenever they were in public together. Whatever happened to them
a job
is
is a
one
job.
big mystery, but fans still hold hope that they'll reconcile in the future. In 2022, they starred together in Sky in Your Heart, and it seems like they can be civil with one another. However, their relationship is strictly professional, and it doesn't look like they ever acknowledge each other much. Even when filming, they mind their own business.
That's not very
and maybe
weird.
that's for the better.
For most actors, it's like, oh, okay.
He also seriously concerned fans with their hostile attitudes towards each other. To say that these two had a falling out is a bit of an understatement because the entire community could tell they stopped enjoying each other's presence. Ohm and Nanon are best known for their roles in the drama Bad Buddy, which was a rom-com released back in October of 2021. Fans
It
were
was in
blown
October
away by the
2021?
amazing
Jesus
chemistry the
Christ,
couple had
okay.
on screen, and it turns out that it wasn't hard for them to get along on set because they happened to be friends in real life. It's said that Ohm actually declined the role at first because he had played in tons of BL dramas already, so he wanted to branch out a little by doing something different. However, when he heard his friend Nanon was going to be part of the cast, he decided to give it a shot anyway. The drama became a hit, and both Ohm and Nanon were in incredibly
big
high demand
hit,
in the BL
let me
field.
tell you.
They were seen together at tons of promotional events and even got their own show. Of course, fans were shipping them like crazy, and in good old BL fashion, the two had to provide fan service. Their public appearances made fans believe they were extremely close in real life as well. So what exactly caused them to grow tired of each other? Well, it turns out that even the best of friends can grow apart, especially those who are under public pressure. Bad Buddy
Most
took
good
the BL
friends can.
community by storm,
Are you kidding me?
Naturally, Ohm and Nanon had an exhausting promotional schedule. They constantly had to show up at events, hold meetings, and go to award ceremonies, and this might have taken a bit of a toll on them. Things started to get weird at the 2022 Maya Entertainment Awards. During this ceremony, Bad Buddy won the Series of the Year award. So Ohm and Nanon attended a small gathering to celebrate the award with their fans. However, they made somewhat of a scene that night, and it had everyone confused. During the event, Ohm looked visibly angry as if someone upset him. When Nanon went over to check up on him, it looked like Ohm's mood got even worse. No one could tell what they were saying to one another, but it's safe to say the tension was so thick you could
How the
feel
fuck
it.
do I
Later
not
that
know
night,
about
they
any
would
of
be
this?
escorted separately because of Ohm's hostile attitude towards him.
Crazy.
This public feud had people believing they really
Where was I
despised each
living
other
when
in
this
real
was
life,
happening?
and in
Because I
hindsight, there
didn't
was
know
a little
anything.
truth to that. Shortly after the event, Oma apologized for the mishap and explained that he was just feeling too much pressure. He admitted that he was getting a bit sick of being with Nanon nearly 24/7, especially since they have very opposite personalities in real life. Sources close to them revealed that they bickered quite a lot in their day-to-day life because they were just so different. After this incident, they weren't seen together anymore as often. Fans noticed that at the few events they were spotted together, they seemed very awkward and tense. Some argue that Nanon seemed like he didn't want to be in Ohm's presence whatsoever. This might have something to do with Ohm's recent mistreatment scandal. Earlier this year, he was accused of having tormented his peers in his school days. Fans believe that due to this controversy,
did hear about that.
Nanon wants to keep his distance. Whether they fully hate each other is up to debate, but they definitely aren't as close as they used to be. Famous BL actors Misa
Honestly,
Fit and
that
Gulf
makes so
Ganawa
much
are
fucking
also
sense to me because like they were really together 24/7, so it makes sense.
They had fans wrapped around their fingers after
Oh
appearing
god.
together in Tharntype, the series back in 2020. Their chemistry was so great, they even had an easy time selling their relationship outside of the show. For a long time, fans were questioning whether they were actually seeing each other in real life as well because they just seemed a little too close to just be friends. The Thai media started treating them as a couple, even though they had never.
Isn't it great when you do such a good job?
You once mentioned that their
Jesus.
relationship was actually platonic, which the public found a bit strange considering how affectionate they used to be towards each other. Things started to change between them after their show ended, and fans believe they had some sort of fight that no one knows much about. They never had a very obvious public feud, so it's just a big guessing game at this point. Another popular theory is that they weren't actually that fond of each other from the beginning, but they had to act that way to sell their ship to the public and convince fans to stay interested in them. Providing fan service is kind of part of the job when you're a BL actor, and most of them take
I
it
wouldn't
very
even say it's
seriously.
part of the
Some
job,
people
I would
argue
say
that the
it's the
constant
job.
flirting and all the affection they showed each was
Like,
just part
it
of
really
the
got
business
to a point, I feel
arrangements
like
to
it's
promote
not
their
as
show.
intense
Once
now,
their show ended in
but
2020, none of
there
that
was a
was
point
necessary
where
anymore.
the
They could step
shipping
away from the
outside
media
of the
brand they
show and being
created, so they
together
stopped
outside
making
of the show
public
was more
appearances
than
together.
of a
It's
job
also
than the
said that
show.
they want to go separate ways career-wise, which is why they aren't as close anymore. Mew wanted to pursue a career in singing and producing, while Gulf wanted to keep acting, so fans assumed their different ambitions caused them to grow apart.
Could
From
also be.
2021 onwards, they've still had some endorsements and appearances together, but they stopped being overly affectionate with each other. They also no longer flirt on Instagram like they used to, proving that whatever was going on between them has now come to an end. What's your take on these feuds? Let us know in the comments.
Okay. So I will say this. I definitely think that fan service plays a huge part in this. I feel like all of these cases probably would have been fine. Maybe, yeah, they would have been fine. I feel like it would have been honestly really fine if it weren't for the fact that like fan service, particularly like during the prime time of all of these cases, was extremely intense. And it was like you need to be basically playing whatever you played in the show outside of the show as well. And honestly, I feel like for a lot of actors, probably like having a character and having to basically be told, now do method and play it outside of the show as well, it is not easy. And it definitely, like, you know, you carry that definitely throughout your daily life. And if you're always together 24/7, and I feel like especially in Thai, like at least like promotional periods that I've seen, it's like lives. You cannot do a live without like being together in the live. There is lives for every single like brand that you're working with. They have like lives for them and events for them. You're like really together 24/7. So I get to a certain degree why this could have happened. I mean, honestly, the more like on a really good friendship level you are with someone, the easier it is for you guys to fall apart. I feel like a lot of people might not agree with me on that one, but I feel like it is definitely a lot easier because you just know so much and you're together a lot of time. It's much easier to grow like also the exact opposite feelings, so to say. It's sad, definitely, and I feel like that's also why I'm kind of like happy that nowadays, at least, I feel like couples that are together, like pairings of actors, I don't necessarily see like they're thrown into my freaking throat every 5 seconds. They're together, they promote, sure, like, you know, there's definitely still a lot there, but I feel like it's not to a level, at least, of this degree. And you know, it's just sad that this has to happen, and I hope that in that sense fan service can definitely change a bit because it is insane and to be even, I would say, a bit too much. So but yeah, let me know what you guys honestly think also as well in the comments. A lot of times you guys know a lot more about these issues than I actually do. Again, I had no idea for most of these, so it's quite interesting to like realize just how much I am in this community, and I react to BLs and I follow the actors and I have a lot of like BL stuff on Twitter, but I still didn't know a lot about these situations. So, yeah, I guess that's basically it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.